Hi everyone, I'm Joe from Cobry, and today I'm going to be talking with Maarit, the Head of Partner Development at Hapio. So would you be able to provide us a bit of an introduction to yourself and Hapio as well?
Absolutely. So my name is Maarit and I am the head of partner development here at Hapio. So I work with our partners in EU mainly and also in APAC. A bit about Hapio. Our founding story is actually goes back to the time where our founders were working with Google Chiisoi back in the days, or nowadays Google Workspace in Finland. So they were actually a Google partner in here deploying Google Workspace to different customers. And they noticed that there actually was a gap in the offering. So they noticed that a lot of their customers would have wanted to have some type of a comprehensive and social intranet solution that would integrate nicely with the different Google tools like Google Drive, Gmail, and Calendar. And there was no such a solution at the market, so they actually started developing their own solution. The idea behind Hapio is that we bring together the collaboration with communication all in one place. So Hapio is this type of a social intranet solution that combines features from traditional intranets, from enterprise social networks, and also integrates deeply with collaboration tools. And when I say collaboration tools, I mean solutions like Google Drive, Gmail, Calendar, everything from your Google Workspace suite, but also some third-party solutions like Slack or AODocs we integrate with as well.
What do you think the main problems are that Hapio solves?
The key issue that Hapio solves is that the employee engagement has become a challenge due to the decentralization of work. So it's more and more difficult to engage and reach employees with traditional way of communicating internally, such as email newsletters or traditional intranet solutions, especially because our workforce is not anymore only located in one place. People are working from multiple different locations nowadays, of course, more and more from home as well. But a lot of organizations are also global, and people are also using different types of devices. So how do you ensure that everybody is aligned? When it comes to the current state of the world, this is a bit of a little bit provocative picture, but oftentimes what we see is that the old internet solutions don't really manage or succeed to engage employees with their top-down communications point of view. So this is obviously an example picture, but the idea behind this picture is the fact that just to show you that a lot of the traditional internet solutions are very text-heavy. Mm-hmm. They're not bi-directional, and people don't use them. So even if you would communicate through them, your employees won't be going into the portal and reading your messages.
I suppose that leads on quite nicely to perhaps being able to see what the interface on Hapio actually looks like then.
This is one of our Hapio demo environments. I always like to say that as a disclaimer when I start showing the solution, because Hapio is very customizable. So what you can do here is actually based on your company brand and the look and feel, you can change the colors, the logos. Here you can change actually what is displayed on the homepage based on, what are important topics and items for your organization. So basically this is our homepage. It's kind of like your personal dashboard that shows your company news based on your location. So I'm based in Helsinki, I can see Helsinki news. It also can show you, for example, your personal calendar, email. It can show you what is happening in your social spaces, so channels, and so on. How this kind of the homepage is built, or where does all this information come from, is three different information kind of locations in Hapio. So we have pages, channels, and people sections. Pages is actually the part where you can build static sites for your internal usage. So oftentimes into pages, our customers would build kind of a knowledge base for your company information, HR information, policies, anything like that, that doesn't change all the time, but needs to be available for each employee. We always say that the pages is the static part of Hapio, but it's good for you to notice that actually pages are built of multiple different types of widgets that can be text widgets or images, but can also be dynamic widgets that show you information from different locations. So for example, we have a Google Maps widget in here, and we also have a profile card widget in here that shows the user's profile card, so it doesn't need to be completely static. Then the second, I would say the most important part of Hapio is really the channel section. And the channel section is that enterprise social inside your organization. So via channels, you can actually share news and updates that are targeted to different people based on, for example, their location or their role. In channels, you can also build team spaces or team rooms, basically, for different parts of the organization. So you can see here we have an HR team channel and management team channel. And you can also have social use cases for channels, such as sharing celebrations, recognitions, and so on. So channels is this kind of a versatile social part of Hapio. And then finally, we have a people section. So people section is basically the place where you can find all your colleagues from. So for example, if I was looking for a human resources person, I could just type in human and I can find our HR manager's profile and get in contact with them.
Well, there we have it, folks. If you'd like to find out more about Hapio, then head on over to our website.